On Levi the Pearl, like and subscribe. All right. Next week I am actually off for like 2 weeks. Hopefully everything goes through and is confirmed. Well, they did confirm it, but I just need my paperwork. Either way, um, that's the whole goal, to do some more embroidery. Now, in the actual video, what do they call it again? I always forget. The thing that's like the picture for the video. Um, no, not montage. Image new. Oh man, I'm forgetting the name. I always forget the name for some reason. I don't know. But anyways, so for the video, the image that you see is actually a video that I'm trying to get together so I can give to you guys. It's an old image. I mean, it's an old. Yeah, the image is old because I've already featured it on my IG. But I was trying to get it together and do something with it, and it didn't happen. But it's cool. It's cool. So let's get start the channel. I should have put updates. I should have put updates on there too because I got some updates. Like I said, we're in the process of getting that Canon T20. I mean Canon 20C or whatever you call that. And again, the reason is it's a refillable ink system. I want to utilize that to do sublimation, preferably large print sublimation. Being able to do 24 inch wide prints allows me the opportunity and the possibility of just being able to go larger without needing so many papers to cut. Like most likely, if I have to do 24 inch wide print by 150 inch long roll feed, you're looking at a possible, especially if it's no, it won't be borderless. It has to be with border because you need that section to connect it together if you have to go even larger, right? So what is the size that you can get from? So next month we're going to be focusing on sublimation and sublimation printing. Yeah, so just sublimation and sublimation printing. That's for next month. That's the #1 update for March. Sublimation printing. Right. So there's so many things you can do with sublimation. That's why I want to utilize the month of March. March has up to 31 days. So I should be able to get fabric embroidered and sublimated on again on top of what I'm about to talk about. So we're gonna do that twice. And then getting some mugs sublimated, maybe hats sublimated. What else? Mugs, hats. I'm thinking about maybe doing a tumbler. Maybe I might do a tumbler. So soft surface, hard surface, and also possibly maybe a picture or something like that. I don't know, maybe. Who knows? Yeah, so that's pretty much what's going on. If you're here, like, subscribe, just leave Viber. All right. As far as like next month, we're just gonna be talking about all sublimation. So what I'm trying to do basically is like I'm trying to pick one subject. I'm gonna try to focus on that one subject, and we're just gonna do video from live to videos and then shorts. And all the focus for that 1 month is going to be just that one thing. And I'm going to talk about benefits of it. And I'm going to be contradicting myself each time with different ways of printing. Like next month, even though my previous video on screen printing was the fact that you can screen print and it's a lot cheaper than sublimation, I will be doing a video on the fact that you can sublimate. It's a lot faster than screen printing. And so it's going to contradict itself, but it will make sense at the end, especially if you're the type that wants to get into one particular field and don't want to dive into all of it. You know what I'm saying? Some people just want to have large sublimation printers and just sublimate everything and not have to worry about anything but just the color gamut of the image coming out, right? They call this ICC profile. But some people, they may just want to do screen printing. They want to do just only screen printing. They don't want to have to worry about sublimation. They love the fact of learning how to merge colors, how to add different multicolors or one color or whatever, and just the ability of being able to print over and over on a shirt and not have to worry about if and when their machine chooses not to print, you know, and not rely on the machine but themselves. Then, you know, because even if you don't have a large screen printing machine a large screen, yeah, even if you don't have a large machine, that's what I'm trying to say, that can print you films, you can still have a film printed by going to one of those places, for example, Office Mac, Office Depot, Staples, and they'll print your film for you. And once you have the films printed, all right, Direct Performance is in the house. What's up? What's up? All right, he said, I'm late. You're not late. You're just fashionably on time for that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But anyways, so like I was saying, some people only want one before. The goal is to just be able to do prints and use one method for some people. Others want multi-use because sublimation, screen printing, DTF, DTG, embroidery, white toner printing, what else? Vinyl, what else? Eco solvent, what else? UV, what else? I think there's all types of, now they have this thing called mud printing, right? Yesterday, video of yours that had 124K views. That was amazing. Oh, thanks, man. Like, the viewers are amazing, man. At the end of the day, all I want is just people to get something out of it, even if it's just one person. Because if I'm talking about screen printing and somebody was thinking about, like, you know what, should I do screen printing? Should I do all these other methods? What is the best bang for my buck? And then they catch that video and they say, wait a minute, you mean to say I can save on screen printing? Or wait a minute, you mean embroidery I can charge more because it's more of a specialty? Or wait a minute, you mean I can save because I just buy a large machine and I can do any size sublimation and I can upcharge for prices and my paper is like so cheap. Yeah, so just, or vinyl or any method, just I just want people to get knowledge from what I'm saying, whether it reach one person that's able to take that knowledge and capitalize on it, and now they're making more than 1,000 plus, right? Because some people use this as just like a hobby, a year, where they're making anywhere from, let's say, 1,000 to like even 100,000 a year. You don't have to go big. You can stay in your home and just with your little stuff and keep going, right? So yeah, and then with embroidery, like embroidery is big. So there's like a really really large market for embroidery. As a matter of fact, if you hashtag embroidery, it will tell you it's, I think, close to 1,000,000 plus views. It speculates that people who are searching for hashtag embroidery, it's rated for, so yeah, so that's the new shift I'm trying to take. I want to be topic focused. Now, in between talking about one topic, obviously I will try to mix it up and divvy and talk about other topics too, but I will try my hardest to just within that month just focus majority of my videos on that one topic. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, embroidery, right? Shirt that you see on there, there's a video for it, and what I'm basically doing is I already set up the file. I set up the shirt. The file's already set up and loaded in the machine. Tonight I'm gonna see if I can try to embroider it, but I'm not just gonna. I love sublimation. Like, majority of my channel that has the most views is sublimation, right? So what the plan is, I'm a embroider everything on white. I'm gonna try and embroider everything on white, and then I'm gonna use my hold on one second. I'm gonna use my embroidery machine. I mean my sublimation machine, if I can get this thing to work. But either way, the plan is to use my sublimation machine to do multicolor on a white thread, because I'm using Madeira thread. Both Madeira bobbin has polyester and Madeira thread has polyester, so sublimating them, it's gonna be no problem. It's gonna be no problem, right? So because of that, I'm heavily focusing myself on just putting the image, getting it out, sublimating it. Now, when you're using white bobbin and white thread, if there's a lapse in the bobbin taking too much on the top, or the thread taking too much of the bobbin, you technically won't notice that. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do the white, because it's like, I mean, I do have multi colors, but I particularly want to set that up if I have like multi jobs. Did you know if you have multi jobs, like, you can set up each needle for, now don't do that, but you can set up each needle for white, so you have unlimited color of white, and as your jobs are coming in, you just load it on. So if that thread is done and you're like, you know what, I gotta reload, and it's gonna take time for me to do the whole bobbin system where I put the thread, I try to weed it through, I have it go through, I calibrate it and all that when I have the thread already ready and I can calibrate it itself. Yeah, so you can do all white and then just use a sublimation machine. Like, what I want to do this calendar year with my shop, right? I would love to use all my machines with different projects I got going on. If I have, let's say, a screen printing job that needs to be done, right? I would love to throw some stitches, right, that creates like a border around the screen printing. I don't know if you know what I'm saying. You know how you have that box, like let's say a white box or a whatever color box, but instead of it being a full line, you do embroidery stitches, like little hashtags. I mean slashes going here, here. The fact that I created a brand, right? Drip, 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 chocolate cold drip. That's the name of it. Chocolate cold drip, right? I have the channel for it. And also I have Acrorip wear. I have the channel for it. And the reason why I started those brands is because I have the machine. I have the ability. Instead of waiting for orders, I can do orders for my own brand. As I'm doing orders for my brand, I now have content for you guys to be able to watch, you know? And this is why I also started talking about in the beginning how I wanted to get a large printer that does all over that does all over prints. That's 24-inch wide format, wide print, because I want to do all over, right? And then with the all over, maybe put my logo like a stitch over, like, you know, I stitch like a little tag, but the tag goes over the garment. Like at the end of the garment, it'll be the tag that tags onto it, but that's my logo. And that's how I want to set up my brand for for these things, right? Now my other brand, right, because I don't know which one is gonna do this, which one is gonna do that, is gonna have the tag on one of the arm, right? And this is to just bring attention, because sometimes people tend to look at people and then they look down, right? So if you're gonna look at somebody and you look down, my logo's right there, right? I'm gonna have the logo embroidered so it can give that high end effect. And I already have like a sewing machine, right? I have actually two embroidery machine, one single needle, one multi needle, and a regular embroidery machine, and a regular stitching machine, right? That can do patterns and stuff like that, but it does regular stitches. So since I have that available to me, why am I holding myself back? You know what I'm saying? This is why I have all these machines. In the beginning, it was to help people get their merch out, help people get their stuff out. But as time is going by, things are passing by. What ended up happening is I had to halt production for everybody because my machines, they needed to be calibrated, they needed to be tested, they needed QC, quality control, so I can get up to par on how I want it. So I just paused a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And now that I've paused, I've been able to diagnose my issues, and I've been going from machine to machine, fixing it different months, different weeks. This is the machine I'm going to be working on. This is what I'm going to be doing on it. So yeah, so we're going to be doing a lot of stuff, right? But yeah, so that's basically the goal. Now, like I said, that shirt that you see on there, I'm going to be doing a logo on it. And that video, if it's not coming out, because when you do a video, you got to prep it, you got to get ready, you got to do this, you got to do that. Possibly, I'd say the latest I probably would try to post it is next Friday, right? Not this coming Friday, next Friday, right? After that, the other video I'm going to be doing is I want to do a hat, right? So yeah, hat embroidery is what I want to do after that. After that is done, I'm thinking about doing maybe talk about test. No, I already threw out a video on test print. Um, I want to do a video on like different needles that's available for the embroidery machine, you know, that you can get. Things that I have to help me with the embroidery process, like a steamer. If the hat is too hard and my Em1010 needs like a softer surface to embroider on, you know what I'm saying? What else? You know, after that, possibly I may combine different things together. For example, I'm already going to be doing sublimation and embroidery together. Next, I may do vinyl and embroidery, right? After that, I may do who knows? Maybe screen printing and embroidery. Maybe what else? DTF and embroidery. I'm just gonna mix it up. I don't know what's coming, but it's just different ideas of things to do to basically just get the embroidery stuff out. Also, I want to do before I do all those, I may want to set it up because when I got my embroidery machine, I went through the prompts. I did the whole test thing they wanted me to do because I have to record my embroidery machine before it's fully set and you're ready to go. And they give you a call to help you set up your machine. So what I want to do is basically talk about the little stuff. You know what I'm saying? For example, hold on, I got a call. I got to take this. This is right. I left live a little bit to get a call. This was very important from a very important person. You know what I'm saying? All right. Yeah. So, like I was saying, it's crucial that I get this embroidery thing going because I have a brand and I need to get that brand going, right? When I say a brand, something I just started. So I just need to get it going. I need to get some stuff for it. But by having those brands, it allowed me to use platforms like Kiddo to design. It allows me to utilize the art gallery that I recently purchased. And also it allows me to be able to give you content that can be focused to help you who may have a brand or whatever, you know, and want me to do some stuff for you. Like, I can pause my stuff. I got no issue with that, unless orders just coming in bonkers. You know, other than that, like, I have a lot of things I can do as far as like the embroidery process to maximize profit and to get things out there, you know. And there's different places I can embroider to. I don't have to just embroider on a shirt or a hat. I can do pants, I can do jeans, I can do almost anything I want to do, you know. That's the needle will be able to go through, you know. Yeah, so yeah, let's go. Now, I want to talk a lot about embroidery, but my thing is like I'm holding back for a reason because I'm trying to save as much information as I can. But anyways, let's just talk about the fact that, like I said yesterday, there's that embroidery add-on that they have that can it can color your stitching as you're doing it, and all you do is a white stitching. That's it. Like, I'm wondering, how much is that thing? It's got to be like super expensive, because if it's not expensive, I'm getting one. I'm getting one, because that's like, that beats embroidery. But I wonder if it washes off, and if it doesn't wash off, how is it getting that color on there? Is it like a UV setup? You know, that's one of the things that I'm trying to figure out. Is there a UV setup? Is it, I'm gonna do the research, and I think next live I'm gonna feature it on there, and then I'm gonna talk about the print that I did, or if it's done tonight or not. Because for some reason, whenever I have stuff going on for the channel, for Levi Apparel, and to grow as a business, family life always comes in and pushes events and things on me. And then if I say no, oh, you don't have time, you know? So I'm gonna have to go really hard this year and try my hardest to just focus on the channel, on the gig, to basically get as much as I can done, as much content as I can, because I would love to hit at least 500 this year. Right now I'm at 302, and I want that 500. And then at the end of next, I'd love to hit at least 2,000 videos, if possible. You know what I'm saying? The more video you have, the more visibility you have, the more people watch your stuff, and the more you on YouTube. Especially if you're doing daily YouTube likes, you know. So that's gonna be the focus. Embroidery, and one of the different things that can embroidery, right? So yeah, I'm right here. Like, subscribe. This is Levi Apparel, and I'm out. Peace.